Hey,
Give it a few seconds. Hopefully, it doesn't cut off the first part of the chat. I want to make sure that everything's good to go. Let me pull up Restream and get everything ready. I think we're good. Mute that. Good. Mute that. There we go. Mute. And let's see if we got YouTube. Just got to make sure everything's running,
yeah, it's showing live on my end.
Perfect. We're live. All right, cool.
I got it on my TV.
Oh, that's a bet, dude. So you got the whole setup going on. I like the lights in the background. You got are you streaming off of your, are you recording off of your phone or your laptop?
No, it's the 2-in-1 that I showed you.
Oh, that's right. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
I like it because I can fold it up and the keyboard's in the back and I can touch. It's a touch screen and.
Oh, that works out perfect. So, Randall, I know we weren't able to do the whole birthday stream, like we wanted to originally for your birthday, but we're here now.
Yep.
So.
Happy belated anniversary too.
Yes, thank you, and happy belated birthday to you, my guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know the circumstances leading up to it weren't exactly ideal. So, you ended up in the hospital for a couple days. How was that?
They did a epilepsy study on me to see how frequently I have them.
Really? Okay, so what did they find?
I had 2 when I was there, so they got 2 recorded ones that happened there. So they're gonna study up on them and see what they can do about slowing them down or stopping them totally.
Do you have any what is the current diagnosis for anybody that's questioning right now or anybody new to the chat?
I have both kinds of seizures. I have grand mal, which is you flip like a fish, and petite, you just shake.
Right. So do you have any sort of aura that presents itself before you have a seizure? Could you describe what it's like having a seizure for people in chat?
I can't tell that I'm having one until afterwards. I feel dizzy and weak after I have them.
Right.
Or until somebody said, you just had a seizure. I'm like, oh, but I can't speak either. I try to sign, but I can't sign with 2 hands. So it's hard for me to sign with 1 hand.
Yeah, that's interesting because we look for signs with my brother, and my brother just starts to look out of it right before he goes into a seizure.
Yep.
And so the scariest moment that we've had with him is we were at the pool, and Mom, I see Mom in the chat and Dell in the chat, but Mom, if you remember this, we were at Teresa's house, my mom's friend, and they have a pool in their backyard and everything's set up. We go out there, we're having a great time, and all of a sudden we just look at Ian. And Ian's just staring. Ian's just staring in the pool. And we notice that he's not responding. We're yelling his name. He's just staring in the pool. So at that point, we're like, oh, shoot, this is not good. Like, he's about to have a seizure. So I immediately jump in, and sure enough, the dude starts to go under. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, he starts having a seizure in the pool. And so one of the struggles was, keeping the oxygen to him and not making sure any water gets in his lungs. So I have to hold my breath underwater, pushing this dude up to make sure he has air while he's seizing. So it was definitely a challenge.
The best thing that they did for me is when I went swimming and stuff, they told me that I have to wear floaties just in case I end up in a seizure in the water.
Right.
That way I won't go all the way under.
See, that was the issue with Ian. We would love to put on floaties for him, but it turns out, Ian, it's a hit or miss with what Ian will do. And sometimes he'll keep the floaties on, or sometimes he'll take them right off. He really likes to pop them.
Is he able to learn sign language?
Yeah, well, I I don't think so. We've never attempted sign language, but Ian's not one that'll sit there and intentionally learn something that you're presenting to him.
Yeah.
So Ian is the type of guy that if you tell him to do something, he's telling you to F off. So, yeah. So, I mean, if Ian wants to do something, he'll do it. But there's nothing other than that.
The only bad experience I had this past time at the hospital is when they went to try to put the IV in me, they kind of bruised me because they missed the vein.
Really? Yeah, Nikki's like desperate to put an IV in me. I won't let her though. She says I have really good veins, but I just won't let her. I know she's really good at it, and I know that she really, really wants to. It's just there's that part that I'm just afraid that one day she's gonna be mad enough to just stick me.
If they want to give me coffee in the IV, then I'm more than happy to.
Oh man, I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee all day, every day.
That's me. I mean, I got my big cup.
Really? I don't think it's really coffee for me. It's more or less caffeine. I could do anything with caffeine. That's why I have tea here. Tea?
Yep.
This tea for my mom. Tea, you know? This is tea, I promise. I'm just kidding. But for real though, I love caffeine for some reason. Just being something about being stimulated with that. It's just, it's like a little addiction for me. It is an addiction.
Mine is coffee and cigarettes. I got to get away from the cigarettes though, because of my COPD.
What's COPD for nobody? It's for somebody that doesn't know.
It's worse than asthma.
Okay.
It's where you feel like your lungs are being strung out like a rag.
So what's the traditional treatment for that? Is that just like a...
I nebulizer treatments to where it's similar to the inhaler.
Right.
But it's air pushing it in your lungs.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I've seen those. And I think my mom actually had to have one of those a long time ago. She actually asked, Randall, did you ever review all the information I sent you regarding moving to Georgia? I sent you information regarding housing, Medicaid, and your waiver.
We're working on that. I've got to get a hold of the housing people that I had in Massachusetts to see if I'm still on the list there, because where I signed up in Mass, I can move anywhere in the United States when I get on the list.
So you're on a waiver.
Yeah.
Okay. So for anybody that doesn't know, what does the waiver services entail?
Waivers is they help me with my medication. They come out once a week and fill my med box. They come out and help me clean up because I can't bend that well, or I can't lift things. They vacuum, they mop, they sweep. They do everything.
So the waiver services is state funded?
Yep.
Okay, so you basically have nursing services, correct?
Yeah.
We have programs similar to that here in Georgia. And sometimes I work with that population that it's mainly the intellectual disabilities field where we're helping organizations stay organized in the waiver services. So there's the elevator talk for you, Del. Del, we've been working on, how we explain what we do to people for the longest. And we do, he said, not bad. We do that. We help manage organizations with the compliance aspect of the waiver. Because when you're a provider, like say that nursing organization that comes in, it's probably a few people that you use the waiver and the waiver pays the provider through. So we help the provider. So yeah, Kind of a boring talk.
On top of all my medical, I have also got the depression. The depression is what really is the worst than my medical right now.
Really? In what way?
Thinking about my mom a lot and all that.
Really? So, are you living away from your mother right now, or?
My mom passed away 2016.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. I how has that impacted you today?
Oh, by sitting here, when I was at the hospital, I had her cross blessed before I started wearing it. So I got to wear it now. So I know that she's with me.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, my father passed away when I was 4, so back in 1998. And I I don't I ended I for my dad, it wasn't like the same relationship that I have with my mom. Cuz if my mom passes, it's different because I've built up a relationship with my mother over the years.
Yep.
And with my dad, I didn't really know him. So it was, I just kind of grew up without a dad, and that was my norm. It wasn't like, oh, my dad took care of me for a little bit and then he just left. That would have been, I think, emotionally more impactful for me than, the original circumstances that guided his death. So I I I sympathize and empathize where you're coming from.
Yeah, when my mom passed, my brothers and sisters like brushed me off and all that. So that's when Robert came and sat there and said, "Okay, I'll come and get you, and you can live with me." So that's when I moved from Massachusetts to here in Ohio. Now I hate Ohio.
Nothing to do in Ohio. Ohio's terrible, man. Georgia's a great place. I'm telling you. I think you'll like it a lot down here.
But he wants to get his training done first. That way, when he transfers, he can transfer and not start at the bottom again.
So he works at Kroger, right?
Yep,
Okay, so how's the Kroger situation up in Ohio?
it's uh he likes it better than the other jobs he had. He's moving faster up the ladder in Kroger's than he did when he had his other jobs.
Yeah, no, Kroger's a really good company, and I think it's predominantly on the East Coast. I don't know too much about the West Coast, but um, it's kind of like Publix. Publix is like a Southern thing,
Yep.
I think. But um, it's really tough to lose a mom, says Dell. And then we got Kayla in here with the emojis, with the heart emojis. My mom says, "Are your siblings helpful with your needs now?"
Nope. They won't even talk to me. I've sent them Facebook messages. I've sent them text messages, and they won't get back to me.
Yeah, that can do a number on one's mental health. That's why, again, I just want you to know that you're a part of this community now. Like you are part of the Daydreams family. So, I mean, you're part of the Discord. If you got any problems or anything, you just hit us up. And
yeah, I got the Discord on my old phone, which I got to put on my new phone.
yeah, it's the best way to contact me. I know people contact me through Instagram all the time, but it's just I'm rarely on Instagram. If anything, I just use it to post clips and then I'm off. So
I thought about texting you, regular texting you when I was at the hospital, but I had my phone was at like 9%.
did you not have your phone the entire time, or like a charger the entire time you were at the hospital?
I had a charger, but I didn't know where to plug it in at, and I didn't want to unplug something that was supposed to be plugged in.
Isn't that the dilemma of going to a hospital? Let's see. My mom asked, do any of your siblings have severe disabilities?
I'm the only one that has the full disability. The only other disability that my younger brother has is he's got asthma, but that's about it.
Oh, okay,
I'm the
okay,
only one that's got the full disability.
okay.
See, you know how your brain's divided into two parts?
Right.
Well, when I was born, my bridge never developed. So I've got one hemisphere instead of two.
Oh, yeah. Ian had something similar to that, except his brain developed with the bridge,
Yep.
the corpus callosum. And what they did was they thought that its seizures originated on one side, and that if they could split the corpus callosum, that they could stop the seizures from happening. And it turns out it did him a little benefit, but really nothing at all. Because when they did the surgery, it wasn't even like his seizures were still there.
Does anybody else in your family suffer from epilepsy?
I did Alex suffer from epilepsy? No one on my side, like my dad's side, but I don't know
Yeah.
if my mom, if I just don't know if Alex. I know Alex had a intellectual disability. I just don't know if Alex had seizures.
A lot of your epileptics, that's hereditary.
Okay. So
Like
does
my
it?
biological father had seizures.
Did he really? Okay.
Yep.
So was his bad?
They weren't as bad as, but my mom told me they weren't as bad as the way she saw me going through them. But all he did was sit there and stare into space.
Yeah. So he had the flutters and the petite mont.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian's the same way as you. He'll have both. He'll have the grandma drop seizures, and then he'll have the petite maws. So he'll just stare off into space, and some people notice, some people don't notice, but Ian's not really affected. He doesn't really have any triggers except heat. I will say when he was going to camp, Mom, he had more seizures at camp than he did, anywhere else.
Mine is if I get really upset about something, or not these kind of lights, but the strobe
Yeah.
lights. If the white lights flash at me, I just sit there and I can't I can't do the white flashing lights.
Yeah, Ian doesn't have light triggers for some reason. I've at least noticed that. His are more heat related, which is interesting to me because I don't know exactly. We don't know the root cause of his seizures, and that's why
Well,
they attempted the 2 brain surgeries that my mom said Ian had.
there was one time when me and Robert lived in Texas. We were in Florida. We went to go to the meat market, and we were like a block away from the hospital. And I ended up having a seizure and fell out of my wheelchair and started flipping around. EMTs came. They charged my insurance $300 just to go to the hospital.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
And it was right there.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, sometimes people just opt for no hospital or no ambulance, right? Just because of how expensive it is. It's like $500 here in Georgia, at least the last time I checked with when Ian went to the hospital. It's if you can make it, make it. Like, just it's too expensive. I think the whole medical system is expensive.
I mean, doctors get paid like thousands of dollars, and they only see patients like 20 minutes.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that the nutty thing about the whole hospital system? It's well, so I did shadow a neurologist there for a little bit, and when I was there, the neurologist was fantastic. He did an incredible job, but the way the system is set up, it's a machine. It's a money machine.
Yep.
Basically, you're going into the hospital, and you're, as a doctor, required to see these patients within like 15-minute intervals. like
Yep.
15 to 20 minutes. And if you don't, like, it looks bad on you that you're not seeing a lot more patients. So, I mean, it's really like the doctor's hands are tied because they want to see, like I said, the doctor that I shadowed was fantastic, and he would try to get in as much information as he possibly could. It's just,
And when you want to talk to the doctor's nowhere around. But when you doctor is around, you forget what you wanted to talk to the doctor about.
yeah. Oh, that's ironic at that point. The irony of the situations.
Oh, by the way, here's an Angel.
Oh my goodness. What's her name?
Angel.
Angel. What's up, Angel? How old is she?
She's about 10 weeks now.
Is she really? Dang. Is she Hannah's puppy?
Nope.
No?
I got her from the same place I got Hannah at.
Oh, dude, she's adorable, man.
Yeah, she's short hair. She's wire haired Dotson.
Dotsons are wild. I can't do a Dotson, man. We have a little puppy right here, and she's wild all day, every day.
And I got mad last night because they both chewed up my Bluetooth headphones.
The expensive, nice sets.
Oh yes.
Yeah. My baby likes to chew everything and anything. She'll just chew up shoes. Her favorite is shoes. I have to make sure that I take the shoes away from her, and I have to keep an eye on her, or she'll literally destroy everything.
I just got a brand new package of black socks, and I only probably wore like 2 pair out of it. These 2 went and chewed up the rest.
Yep. It's my baby loves shoes and socks. I don't know what it is. Probably the smell about it, or the sweat. Something.
When we first got Hannah, she liked plastic. Anything plastic. If it's around her, she'll chew it up.
What's up, David? No, that's all right, man. Like I say, life comes first, buddy. Life comes first. Randall, what's up, man? David asks.
Hey, David.
Let's see the puppy. David, we're gonna have to get you on here sometime, buddy. We can talk about that gun collection. Let's see. Let's see the puppy. She's sleeping right now. I don't want to take her out of the crate. She heard me. Doctors also pay a high premium for medical malpractice. That's true. I don't know much about the medical malpractice side.
But it's us that pay. Well, the insurance that pays for their malpractice because we pay high prices for medical.
Well, see, the thing is, and if you look this up, and CDC doesn't report malpractice as, I don't know if I can do the podcast. I can't live with that kind of fame. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. I wish. But the thing with malpractice is CDC, if you look at the numbers, they don't report that malpractice is on the top 10 causes of death. But if I forget what the website is, but it's another credible website that it shows the actual numbers of malpractice deaths, and someone can fact check this. But malpractice, if you look at the number of deaths versus like where it ranks amongst the other top causes of death, it's like in the top 5. So it's really interesting to see how hospitals and doctors diagnose problems and diagnose issues. And I'm not saying crap on doctors or, the medical system, except that it is pricey. But what I am saying is, those are issues that we have to consider. It's we don't really talk about the malpractice side. Let's see. Dylan has CDC.
I know ER doctors get paid more because they got to deal with a lot more.
Yeah. Well, luckily my wife is going to be a nurse practitioner, which, I mean, it's the same schooling as doctors pretty much, but condensed down to a shorter time frame. So, I mean, she'll be a nurse practitioner hopefully by next year. She'll be making the bank.
I like nurse practitioners a lot better than I do some doctors.
Oh,
I had a
100%.
I had a doctor sit there and told me to get the H out of my wheelchair. He deserves to be in it more than I do.
Wait, what?
A doctor told me to get the H out of my wheelchair because he deserves to be in it more than I do.
The doctor deserved to be in it more than you do?
Yep. That's what he told me.
They get this kind of sort of like grandiose God complex sometimes, and that's why
I sat there and told him to F you, and I rolled myself out of there, and Sam went and yelled at him, or Robert went and yelled at him, and
yeah, for sometimes dealing with doctors, depending on who they are, you know, there is a decent portion of the population, at least with doctors, that view themselves as like this higher being almost. It's like, dude, chill out. You just went to college, like you went to med school, like chill out. But yay Nikki. Yeah, for real. Yay Nikki.
get a doctor like Doogie Howser.
Right? Then all your problems will be solved. Yeah, insurance premiums are the one thing that I just can't stand. Like for me, when my mom cut off part of her finger. Well, I'm gonna share this story. So I was doing like a 48-hour fast because I heard fasts were like really good for you. And I was coming off of the fast. It was like the last bit of the 48 hours.
Yep.
And my mom thought, you know, I'm going to make him a meal. Like, being an awesome, cool ass mom that she is, she's like, you know, making all these things. I forget what you were making. She was like making like some sort of like something to do with potatoes. And at this point, she's like talking to me. It's like I have like an hour left of the fast, and she's like talking to me, and then she looks over at me as she's like cutting these potatoes, and then off comes her finger.
Oh
yeah, it was bad. Oh man, I was like, Mom, no, Mom, like no. It would look nasty too. So we wrapped up her finger. We took the part of the finger that was cut off, and we put it on as tightly as possible, and we rushed over to the hospital. I mean, we literally sat in the ER for how long, Mom? A couple of hours just to get back into the actual emergency room. And when we did, they literally just popped off her finger, sanitized it down with some saline. The doctor took a look, said it was okay. That's it. You're good to go. How much do they charge? Like $8,000?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was something, maybe not that much. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was something ridiculous along those lines. But it's like, dude, for real, like, you just took off the finger that was already off. Like, you didn't do anything, and you're charging us that much? That's crazy.
Well, you know those slicers, the one that you're supposed to have the guard for, and you slice it down?
Yeah.
Well, I was using one, and I didn't use the guard or anything. I'm slicing an apple, and all of a sudden it went right through my fingernail. It's like, ah! I was cussing up a storm, and it's like, ah!
Yeah. Let's see. I want the doctor on Good Doctor. Yeah. My favorite doctor is House. LOL.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I like that doctor.
Okay, but between 3,000 and 4,000, still, they just 3,000 to 4,000 to take what we could have done at home, take off the little like thumb part. She said it was the top half of her thumb. Yikes, poor Mama Calicut. Yeah. Through the fingernail. Good Lord, that sounds terrible, Randall. Yeah, I can't do it, man. I sliced my finger last week, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah, you know the crazy thing is, my mom's finger almost completely healed. Like, it's literally almost back to normal. Like, if you look at her thumb, you wouldn't be able to tell that there's anything wrong with it.
Oh, I mean, even with a paper cut, I don't notice it until I either see it or I wash my hands with the bacteria soap, and then I really feel it.
Mm-hmm. That's the worst. That's the worst. Ooh, throwing some alcohol on it. I know. I'm a big baby, man.
Oh,
I'm a big
I
baby.
I mean, I didn't even notice that I got a paper cut until I washed my hands one day, and I was like, ah.
So let me ask you, Randall, what do you do for exercise? Because I know you've been trying to get to walking and everything like
If
that.
I walk around the house, I wall crawl mostly and stuff. If I have to hold on to something, I hold on to either the furniture or the wall, or I take these guys all the way up the in the back, walk in the back, and walk back towards the house. And if I fall, I just sit there until I can get my bearings, and then I get back up and try to make it to the house.
So are you in any sort of therapy right now? Does any like sort of therapist come out to help you exercise?
When I was in the hospital, they had a physical therapist and he brought this one machine with weights and stuff. And with my good leg, I pushed a 7. With my bad leg, I pushed a 4.
Oh wow. So like 4 pounds or
Yeah, I put well the 10 is the highest that you can push with this one machine he had, and with my good one, I pushed a 7 I because I babied this one more than because of my bad leg. So I gotta work extra with my good leg. So the good leg starts to hurt. So I gotta balance it.
do you ever do like wall push-ups or anything like that, or maybe like
Nope.
nothing like
I,
that?
I can't do the wall push ups because of my bad arm.
So one side is good, one side is bad.
Yeah, I can move this one no problem. This one I can lift up to this high.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I had a stroke 4 years ago.
Oh, okay, okay. So that makes sense. And it's all on your left side?
Yep, I can move 2 fingers though.
Well,
It's just these 3 fingers I have to pull out like this, and
okay.
then they go right back.
Well, that's interesting. So, is there any sort of exercise that you can do that would help promote sort of like more movement? Because I've known some people to, recover from strokes, and
Yep,
David said strokes are crazy.
the physical therapist I seen when I was at the hospital told me that I could do the bike movements on the bed, to sit there and act like I'm riding a bike and push my feet
Yeah, that would be
and my
really
legs.
good. Yeah, just any sort of exercise to kind of get the muscles sort of flexed out or tensed or
But
moving and the blood flow to a certain area.
it's a lot better. My bad leg is a lot better now than it was a few years back ago, because I couldn't even push a pound with my bad leg a year ago.
Well, and so how many steps are you at now?
Uh, I did earlier. I did 7 without stopping.
Oh, sweet. So what's the record?
7.
Seven's the record?
Yep.
Okay, so we're making it. We're making it slowly.
Yep.
Yeah,
I couldn't go dancing on my birthday, but I'm gonna try to push it.
Hey, like I said, man, exercise in any way you can. Like doing the
Yeah.
bicycle things on your bed is incredibly helpful. I mean, I'm no physical therapist, but again, whatever you can do. My brother is so fragile, like he has no muscle definition to him. When he falls, he literally breaks bones when he falls.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's been at the park several times and he's like tripped over the curbside and broken his shin. And it's like, dude, if
I trip over my own 2 feet.
I do too, and I'm perfectly coordinated sometimes. So let's see.
I got more bruises on my legs than anything else, except for when I was at the hospital and they tried to IV me.
Right. David says, I've known people that recovered from strokes, but it depends on how bad the stroke is. Every stroke is different.
My stroke was a mini stroke because it happened during a seizure.
Wow, yeah, those are the scary ones because that's what I'm afraid for Ian. As I'm afraid that he might have a stroke or have a heart attack during having a seizure because that's exactly what happened to one of his classmates when he was younger. A couple years back, he had a seizure.
They also got me on blood thinners too, so when the blood thinners are helping my blood go, so I can move around. And
Dylan says he's perfect. Oh yeah, you know it, Dell. You know it, Dell. Let's see. Peroxide, not alcohol. I mean, if you're a real man, do it with alcohol.
Peroxide? Oh no.
Do it with alcohol. I'm just saying, drink the alcohol before, and then you're good. With everyone using hand sanitizer these days, it's easy to tell if you have a cut on your hand.
But if you're out and you get like those perky things from bushes, the best thing to put on it is vodka.
What you mean? Elaborate.
You know the perkies that are out on bushes? If you get
yeah.
And if it starts to itch, you put vodka on it and it goes right away.
Oh my gosh, kids used to be dickheads with those when I was like in middle school. So what they would do is they would like take part of that prickly part and put it right in between their hands like that and then give you a high five with it. And man, got me so many times. Oh my gosh, I was so mad as a kid. My friends would do that to me. I was like, bro, are you serious? We would do it to each other.
That's worse than those buzzards. That's worse than those buzzards.
What's the buzzards?
You know those trick buzzers that they put between the hand and shake it and it buzzes your hand?
Oh yeah. Oh, 10 times worse than those buzzards, man. I used to get those when I was a kid, and all they do is vibrate. They don't like shock you, they don't shake, they don't do nothing. They just vibrate. So it was more of a I guess a shock or a wow factor rather than an actual like buzz scare or anything like that.
And the whoopee cushions don't sound nothing like regular ones.
At all. Let's see. I have some vodka around the house, but it's mostly for internal medicine. That's the best part, David. That's the best part. Alcohol as a medicine, perfect.
When I drank, I had a drink called the Woo Woo.
The Woo Woo? What is that?
It's cranberry juice, vodka, peach tree, and a splash of orange juice.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol like that. And it's not for any sort of like righteous endeavor. It's nothing like that. It's more of a vain endeavor, and I'll be the first to admit it. Like every time I have alcohol, like I feel like I'm getting fat when I have alcohol, so I just don't drink it.
I had a glass of wine on my birthday, and that was about maybe the first time in 3 years that I had any alcohol.
Oh man. And now occasionally I have a glass of red wine, and I prefer red wine over anything else because for me, I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't like the dry wines that sit there and make your mouth all dry and bleh. Yeah, see, like I said, I like the red wines. Those are good.
Yeah.
Like the little
red wines are best.
The bitter taste about it, I don't know why, but that gets me. It doesn't feel like it's all sugary like white wine is, or it doesn't feel like beer. Now I can enjoy a good beer.
I mean, and the wine that has the sparkles in it, bleh.
Like a champagne,
like the salsa.
A salsa
water.
Salsa water. Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Ugh.
You don't like carbonated water?
Nope.
Sparkling water, whatever it is?
Nope.
No. Yeah, it took me a while. For some reason, sparkling water never made sense to me in my brain. Because every time I would take a sip, I would expect a flavor or something after the fizz. And so my brain hated that. But one day it just clicked. One day it was like, You don't have to expect a flavor. You know, there doesn't have to be a flavor after this. And then all of a sudden, it started to taste decent. I was like, oh, well, it makes sense now. It just
when I was
makes
younger,
sense.
I may have had Pop Rocks once. After that, I never had them again because I don't like the popping in my mouth.
Really? Oof. Let's see. It goes good with avocado toast. Dell being a millennial now.
Ooh, avocado. I love avocado.
My wife loves avocado toast. Don't let me fool you. I'm just playing it out here, but she loves avocado toast. I love water. I've never had a problem drinking enough water through the day. I have, and now Nikki has bought me this gallon jug. Like, it's a little gallon jug that's it like has the times that you're supposed to be drinking it by, so it makes the gallon jug manageable. But I've been drinking that every single day for the past week. And I've noticed,
I tell people that I drink water with my coffee.
That's the best, because then your teeth don't get stained. That's the problem I had with coffee, is my teeth would get stained. So when I went to the dentist, they were like, "Oh, your teeth, they're looking a little stained." My teeth
won't get stained.
How come?
I don't have any.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect, man. He caught me off guard there. I was like, is this a trick question? I was like, oh, I better be careful. But no, for real, like any coffee drinkers out here, coffee will stain your teeth if you have them. If you're drinking coffee, drink water with it so it doesn't stain your teeth. Little side note.
Well, my coffee is inside my water's inside my coffee.
Oh, really? So you dilute it with water?
No. That's how you make coffee, is with water.
Please don't clip that. Please don't clip that. Please don't clip that. Oh my gosh, that was I can't believe I fell for it. I straight fell for that. Oh my gosh. Tony gets rid of his shirt right now.
That's twice.
Use water to brew the coffee. Yeah, thanks, David. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. Man, I feel violated in this place. Yeah, right over my head, man. I don't think it counts as your water though, Randall. There we go. There we go. Randall. All right, David to the rescue. I don't think it counts as water. Definitely clipping. Oh my.
Well, Robert got me what they call life water. There's a bottle like that big.
Okay. So is it like, is it a gallon? Like, how?
It's 28 ounces, I think.
28 ounces. Okay. Yeah, I don't.
See, with me, I have to have some flavor in the water in order to drink it, because the plain old water, I like some flavor.
Oh, dude, I love plain water. I can't do lemon water. I could do strawberry water, but anything else, nothing.
Got the drops for I think the last drops I got was strawberry kiwi.
Strawberry kiwi. All right, kiwi. Yeah, I could definitely do kiwi water. But interesting fact: most people don't know that Chief Justice Roberts has seizures. Oh, really? I actually didn't know that. Well, but let me get this real quick. Let me see if it's. Good thing that this curtain's up, because you don't get to see the mess that's in my room. But Nikki bought me this. I mean, we're not sponsored by this place. We're not sponsored or anything, but if you want to sponsor us, hit me up. But we got good morning, hydrate yourself. Remember, literally, I've gone to restaurants with this thing and they're like, "Hey, what would you like to drink?" I'm like, "I'm good." I'm good. I have a gallon I need to finish. So, I mean, I highly recommend it for people that have a difficult time drinking water. So it literally paces it out for you. Like, start out 7 a.m. and go all the way to 9 p.m. I'm almost done, if you can't see. But I've been drinking this every single day, and I kid you not, like I feel like I get better sleep now.
I bet Nikki makes sure you drink it too, right?
No, actually, I drink way more than she does. If we're actually
Oh.
competing, nah, dude, I destroy her in water drinking contest. You not up at 7 a.m. Hey, we're not gonna talk like that. We just gonna play it off, dude. I gotta do some catching up when I wake up though. So
The only time I'm up at
I think we just
7 a.m. is when these guys wake me up.
yeah. The baby will wake me up. The puppy, cause she'll have to go to the bathroom. That's it. So all right, guys. So I think we're coming out about an hour right now. I'm gonna go ahead before we cut off the podcast. I'm gonna stop it a little early because I have a friend that's streaming tonight. So I'd like to go ahead and raid him. So if you're on YouTube, go ahead and head over to Twitch. So that way we can go ahead and get the raid numbers up and support our buddies. So
And remember, I'm on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok.
Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. That's right. Do you want to post that in the chat so that way whatever your handle is?
I don't have chat.
Oh, that's right. All right, what's your handle? I'll just type it.
We're
gonna raid Crookyo.
Well, you have all my handles.
Yeah, but do you have it off the top of your head? Because I don't have it right here in front of me.
I know. I think Randy Boat Shoes is my Twitter. And
Randy Boat Shoes is also your Instagram as well. So
yeah, Instagram.
Okay, so drop a follow on Randy Boat Shoes right there. Just went ahead and posted that in chat. Follow him on Instagram. He does some cool things on TikTok.
Yep.
So drop him a follow and check him out, guys. Randall, it's been great having you. Everybody sign over on the Twitch side, and we'll go ahead and end the stream with a raid. I love every one of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming out. Let us get... We'll do. Have a good night, guys. All right, buddy. Have a good night, David. I actually have to wait until you get over on Twitch.
Bye, everybody.
Let's see. Actually, /raid. And then the channel is Crook. Yo.
And I'll be on Instagram a little later if you want to chat, Dylan.
Yeah, perfect. We can do that. So I'll keep you over here on this side for just a minute until I end the podcast. Everybody good to go on Twitch? Yes? No? Cool. We can go ahead and hit enter. And we're going to raid 5, 4, 2, and all right, bye guys. Thank you so much. Right now.